Howdy everyone, Mario here at Climb the Grade. So I wanted to give you another little technique tidbit here. And this one's geared towards our intermediate level climbers out there. And so today's technique is something called a heel hook. And it sounds really easy when you first hear about it. Literally you're just hooking your heel on a hold and you're done with it. But there's a lot of mistakes I see people make with this because there's a degree of nuance to it. That I want to make sure that everybody's aware of to make sure that you're doing this right. And then the next thing for you to do is I'm going to give you a couple little ways that you can practice this at home and some exercises too that help develop the muscles involved in a heel hook. So let's start off with what people typically do when doing a heel hook. Literally they just look, all right, I'm going to use the edge of the couch here as a simulator. Is they just go ahead, they put the heel on and they pull and they say, all right, we're good to go. I'm pulling my heel hook here. But there's a few issues with this. And the first is, think about what you're actually weighting when doing a hook like this. So if you're just planting your foot down like this, notice where the bulk of the pressure is going to go. You're putting the pressure on your Achilles tendon there, and it's at the higher end of your shoe. So if you think about looking at my climbing shoe here, you're putting all that weight up at this area here. However, look at the climbing shoe itself. Notice that the rubber comes over the ball of the heel. That's where it should be actually applied. So the key here is once you initially plant the heel in the location that you want, the next thing that you want to make sure you do is you actually lock in the heel hook. And the lock in comes by flexing the toe forward. All right? Because by flexing the toe forward, you dig the rubber that came over the heel into the hold area, and that gives you a little bit more of control and a little bit more of a grip when pulling with the heel. Because once that's in, now the actual pulling power is going to come from your hamstrings and maintaining that flexed toe. Another little tip that you can use to make the heel hook maybe a little bit more secure is always trying to point your toes a little bit away from the wall itself. Reason being, if your toes are always parallel to the wall, you might not be digging quite as deep into the space that you're trying to hook that heel into. But by pointing your toe, you might be able to make that to work. All right? So key takeaways, heel hook, find the location, place the heel initially, and then to lock it in, point the toe forward and pull with the hamstrings. All right? That's the basic idea of the heel hook, and I'll put up a couple videos showing you how you can train this while you're at home. Thanks, everyone.